time concentrating because of that last time.
Hey guys, it's time for the metagame one more again.
Time for the metagame.
I'm really got you guys on the outside edges of the metagame. This time it's one more again. Yeah, Ben v Jeff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Flip 3. All right, our 3 are: which game's more poetic? Which game's more of a work of art?
Yikes! Artsy
And
time.
which game is funnier?
All right.
Say that if I got Punch Out again, you were going to wear the Forever Lazy?
You did say that, Will.
I did say that. I'll be right back.
Man of his word. All right. Do you have to play it or do you just have to draw it?
I think he just has to draw it. He's already good.
Yeah, fuck it.
Let's do it now.
We've already won. All right. Do you guys want to kick some questions out?
Remember how people were commenting that I never know any games?
Yeah.
Why do some of the games have stars on them?
Ignore that. That's just a weird GDC
We don't
thing.
know.
It was like when you won with a certain game, you'd get a star on it, and then you'd take it to their booth and get an extra deck of cards or something.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, these are all terrible.
Yeah. Do we just want to get rid of all 3 sudden death top card?
Of the questions.
All right.
All
right, our question is-
the coveted question number 4.
Which game would make a better novel? All right, which game would make a better novel?
Yeah, real sexy in here. Don't look at me like that. Oh, wait, look at me like that.
I won't tell your fiance.
Let's play a sub-meta
Sit in
game.
my lap,
Uh,
Patrick.
Forever Lazy.
she's
Right
gonna
here, big
want
boy.
it.
Is it Forever Lazy Will versus Chun-Li? Who's sexier, Patrick?
No comment.
All right.
Hold on, I just want to show you something that I have in my back pocket.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Cut away.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, what's in your back pocket?
Don't. Yeah.
That's- There is no back pocket.
Oh.
Ah, it's breezier in here all of a sudden.
All right, and we'll start the episode here. Hey guys, no. What's
a power girl?
you guys have your
All right. Yeah, okay.
and Ben, you've made your selection.
Mhm.
All right. I guess
flip
go
this.
flip that coin. Yeah.
Call it.
Heads.
Tails.
All right.
You get to go first.
All right.
Play your cards, gentlemen.
Ready, go.
We got Burnout versus Tekken.
I almost chose Angry Birds.
I almost chose Minecraft.
All right. All right. I guess Jeff, you're starting.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me how Tekken would make a better novel starting now.
There's a rich lore and legacy to the Tekken franchise that isn't necessarily bubbled up onto the surface when playing the fighting game, but the endings in Tekken are what really drives it home. Each one of these characters has a unique and storied past that is reflected in their ending, and a lot of these are very heavy. You know, you have the stories of characters like Dr. Boskanovich, who can't friggin' walk, and they're making robots, and daughters trying to save their fathers, and furthermore you have Heihachi throwing Kazuya into a volcano. I mean, that's that's a father throwing his own son into a volcano. And then if you start to extend that forward into the future Tekken games, you have that paid back, tenfold when he goes and throws Heihachi into a volcano. Like, the Mishimas are constantly throwing each other into volcanoes. And that, I think, is something that I would very much like to read in a novel. Maybe not, a huge work of literary fiction that is going to be, talked about for years to come, but the sort of thing you might buy at an airport, but instead of about romance, it's about guys throwing other guys into volcanoes. Like a soap opera almost, sort of like a pulpy
Or Joe versus
sort
the
of
volcano.
style, like a Joe versus the volcano, for example. But instead, it's all of the Mishimas versus each other and a volcano. Aside from that, you've got all sorts of situations. You've got Paul fighting a bear. Where's the novel that tells me why Paul wants to fight a bear? That's probably 200 pages of Paul training to fight a bear and finally getting up to the point where he goes and fights Kuma.
15 seconds.
And what about Kuma's love for Panda? I think there are tons of stories you could explore in the Tekken universe that would make for fantastic,
5,
decent novels.
All right.
Fantastic, decent novel.
Ben, whenever you're ready.
All right, so Burnout is a game that doesn't really revolve around a story. You're a guy driving a car in Paradise City. You want to rank up your license to get the better cars. So it's a shell of a story that leaves the opportunity for the creators of this novel to make a story. Now, I like to picture it. It's a young immigrant child of Irish descent who needs to go in and race so he can save his father's restaurant from the evil landlords who are trying to evict him. It's the story of, it's practically GTA 4 in a sense, because you're trying to work your way up from nothing to the top. In GTA 4, you get better cars as you go along, you get helicopters. In Burnout, you start out with clunkers, and there's all sorts of different modes. There's the crash mode where you're trying to take out other cars. Those could be like you taking out competing restaurant owners. You have race modes, which are pretty simple. You're trying to win prize money. Tekken, I mean, how much can you write about punches and kicks? It's a book. You need to have character interaction. When at the surface, there's nothing interesting about the Tekken characters. There's an old guy who punches a lot, or there's a bear. I mean, those aren't characters. Those are archetypes, to borrow a phrase from Matt Kessler. And archetypes aren't interesting. And the Tekken story has become so convoluted and crazy through the 6 or however many games that are canon that if I was to ask anyone what the story of Tekken 6 was, you couldn't get one. There's a character named Bob who wasn't strong enough, so he got really fat, but he's still the fastest.
15 seconds.
One of the fastest fighters in the game. That just doesn't make sense. You know what makes sense? Racing.
All right, you done? All right, well, excellent work, you two. Can we get a gentleman's shake between you? That was pretty good. And, send us out, Will.
There's no clear victory here. Vote to see who should win below in the comments with words. Jeff versus Ben or the bear. I'm wearing a pink hoodie.